I see a danger there of thinking that the question of the cake is one of willpower.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
only I
Vervaeke addresses that. Yeah.
well, okay, then yeah, you get it. Like but just to kind of briefly outline of like if only I had more self-control, or if only I could force myself more strongly,
Right. Yeah.
I would not touch that cake because I know better, and
Yeah.
damn it, I'm just too weak. And I think
Yeah.
there's a danger there of of blinding yourself to something that is true.
Yeah.
Why did you eat the cake? Like genuinely, what was it about the cake in that moment? Were you participatorily knowing in your experience enough to notice what happened right before you decided to go for the cake?
Yeah.
Did you feel depressed about having to go to work the next day?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it's you're eating your depression away with
Yeah.
sweet food. That makes sense. People do that.
Yeah.
But it's not a question of willpower. It's a question
Yeah.
of something in you is trying to warn you that your job is deadening your life and
Mm.
that you need something alive. And the way you've learned to deal with that is by eating cake. And so
Yeah.
therefore you turn to the cake. But if you're paying attention, you notice what came before
Yeah.
reaching for the cake.
Yeah.
And to my mind, if eating cake you know you're not supposed to eat is a sign of a lack of character, then to me that means that character is your ability to know yourself, to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
present in that moment of reaching for the cake and understanding why exactly you're doing this thing that you know is bad. And
Yeah.
then that becomes like a subjective science. You're discovering this thing
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
yourself instead of pasting over this thing about yourself through moralistic, dogmatic
Yeah.
willpower and never having a chance to actually look at
Yeah.
what it is that's driving you and alienating yourself from yourself. And you're creating splits in yourself that way, that you'll have to, that's not unvirtuous. You're going to have to unsplit those at some point,
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
totally agree. And I think, yeah, so for, yeah, character development is for your ultimate wisdom, and your lack of character development is that acrasia, that foolishness. So maybe you haven't developed your balance, and you haven't developed your reflective capacity. And so, yeah, you're just relying on willpower, and maybe some days you don't eat the cake, but you didn't learn anything about yourself. And some days you did eat the cake and you got fatter and you hurt your day the next day, and you still didn't learn about yourself.
mhm,
So then it's
mhm.
sort of like this is becoming like a myth where it's not the cake.